Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at your LoudBook for the first week and talk about some of the differences between this and a regular textbook. Also looking at some of the features that you can use within LoudBook that you may not be familiar with yet. They're all pretty simple to use and they can make your reading experience a little bit better. So we're looking at the first page and a lot of this is text. So what can we do with text as we're working on our LoudBook? Let's say there's an interesting point in here that we want to highlight. I'm going to drag my cursor around that text and I can actually add a highlight. This button pops up on its own once you've highlighted something. So I'm going to click on Highlight Text and it'll show up in yellow as long as my highlights are turned on. If I don't want to get distracted by those, I can actually turn them off by clicking this button up here to where it says Hide Highlights. I think I need to hit it one more time. There we go. So you can hide that if you want to try reading it without the highlights after you've already made them. But that way, you have some flexibility there. Also, we've got this text highlighted. If we think something interesting and don't want to forget it when we finish up reading the LoudBook, what we can do is click Add Annotation, which is the other button here. Add Annotation lets us type in something about that part of the text. So I'm going to type a note to myself and then hit Save. But it doesn't only have to be a note to yourself. Let's say you wanted to write something in here and share it with the other students in the class. You would click Save, and right now you'll be able to see it. Nobody else can. When you can open it up by clicking on this icon over here on the left. So here we can see all of the annotations that we've made and where they are located. You can delete them if you need to by clicking that trash can, but we'll go ahead and open this up. And if we want to share this with the rest of the class, we can just click Share down below, click on Individuals, and then it says Share Annotations with all class members. That's what we want to click. And now we'll just go down and click Save, and other students will be able to, as they're reading through the text, they can see the notes that we've made too. So that could influence their ideas about it. It could give them new ideas. Or if you've just thought of something funny or interesting as you were reading this that you wanted to share, they'll be able to see what you wanted to share. So it can be useful that way. We're going to go through, and the top of this is text. And then down below, here's a link to a video. There are going to be quite a few videos going throughout the course, and most of them are going to be embedded right into the LoudBook. So you don't have to go to YouTube or anything. You can just click the play button and it'll go ahead and launch the video right from within the LoudBook. This is a link that would take you to the video I'm making right now. But obviously, since I'm making the video now, the link doesn't go anywhere. As we keep going down, more text, more video, and at the bottom of each page, you're going to find a button to continue. So when we get through, just like in a regular book, you're going to have separate pages. It's not going to all just be on one web page. Below that, you'll see comments. And in addition to being able to leave comments right in certain spots of the text, you can leave a comment at the bottom of the page, and then other people could come through and read those, respond to them. So if I wanted to leave a comment, it looks like this box is already open, but normally you'll have to click a button over here on the right that says Post New Comment. So whenever you post a comment in the LoudBook, it's a good idea to give an indication of what you're responding to. So there's a graduation speech by Denzel Washington up above that I watched as I was going through the LoudBook, and if I wanted to make a comment about that, I could start off my comment with in Denzel Washington's graduation speech and then go into what I wanted to say. So that way you give the other readers an indication of what part of the LoudBook you're responding to. Because these comments, they'll show up no matter what page you're on. So it can be a little bit confusing if you don't do that. So once you've got your comment on here, then you could just click the Post button, and then that's visible to all other students. So there's a couple different ways of sharing what you're thinking as you're going through the LoudBook. One last thing to know about you have a button over here that looks like a word bubble with a question mark in it, and that's the I don't get this button. And if you get to a part in the text and you highlight it and click I don't get this, which I don't have an option of because I'm an instructor, but you will, what that'll do, you can ask a question right within the LoudBook, and your instructor is going to get an email about it. It'll also get posted to the class wall. So there will be multiple ways that the instructor can get that question you had and can respond to it. So that can be a great way of getting some feedback if there's a question that comes up as you're reading through the LoudBook, or if there's just some ideas in there that don't quite make sense to you. So those are the useful things that you can do with your LoudBook. If you have any questions about how to use this or how to get more out of it, please get in touch with your instructor. They can probably give you some advice as to how LoudBooks can be best used in their class.